Hello and welcome to another fabulous day in the art room. All right, today this is one of my lessons for my preschool friends. As you all know, I'm also a preschool art teacher. I normally teach classes of 4-year-olds over at the preschool in town. So, all right, this preschool lesson has to do with Pete the Cat. If you are not already familiar with the fabulous Pete the Cat, he's one of my favorite storybook characters in the world because he is amazing and a very chill cat. Normally when I teach this, I read Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Definitely, it's one to check out at your local library or wherever you like to get your books from, because it's a great story and that really emphasizes the importance of just rolling with what happens in life, rolling with it, not getting too upset. All right, so awesome book. Love reading that. I usually start by reading that first, introducing my good friend Pete the Cat. Then, all right, I have a little art project where the students will make their own, cute little Pete the Cat out of cut paper, all right? See, little Pete the Cat. All right, this is what they see when I send them back to their seats. This is normally what they see. They see a glue stick, right? They see some shapes that I've already cut out for them, right? And they see a purple piece of paper with a blue rectangle already glued onto it, okay? Now, I'm going to be showing you with the supplies that I have. You guys, fabulous parent, guardian, people who love and take care of your preschoolers, right, know that you can substitute things at any time. If you're like, hey, you know what, Mrs. O'Neill, I only have white paper, but I do have a blue crayon. You can have your preschooler color in the shapes before you cut them out. Now, normally, like I said, normally it's pretty easy because I've already done the cutting out. I've already got the shapes ready for them, right? This time, it's going to be up to you, parent, guardian, person who loves them and takes care of them, all right, to be cutting out the shapes for them. So, like I said, it could be a blue piece of paper or it could be a white piece of paper that you get them to color in blue with whatever you got at home, all right? But you're going to go ahead and cut out. Now, this is one of those ones, it's usually in the year, it's too early since it's the beginning of the year. It's usually too early for me to really start them using scissors. But since you are their parent or guardian and you know them best, all right, you might say, you know what, my preschooler can get started with the scissors because I'm going to be watching them the whole time and helping them use their scissors. So when I teach them how to use the scissors, I have them put their thumb through the top, fingers through the bottom. All right, so it's useful to always look for the thumb being on top, all right? They're holding the scissors. They've got their piece of paper that already has the shapes drawn on. And then slowly doing little snips, and you can help guide their hand. That's normally what I do. It's called hand over hand. It's a technique where I put my hand literally over theirs and kind of help them guide. It keeps things a little safer too because they're just starting out, right? And showing them how you turn the paper with one hand while you're doing your little snips to follow that black line, all right? Perfect. And so I've got my shape cut out, right? So that's normally how I get this started is you cut out all the shapes, all that good stuff. Normally I've already got it done for them. You might be asking, Mrs. O'Neill, what is the purpose of this project? Well, this project has a very special purpose. This is usually one of my first projects when I meet my preschoolers, and it serves a really awesome purpose. When the next step after we have all of our shapes cut out is the preschooler has to do the actual placing on the picture plane. This is important in art because it's important to start getting used to, and they're little, so they're still learning that, getting used to where you put things. So they've got a rectangle right now, and it's going to be up to them to see, okay, I'm looking at the example. Where does Pete's head go? So that's the first thing. So they'll start with, okay, where is Pete's head, right? Glue stick or whatever. If you don't have a glue stick, stapler, definitely if it's a stapler, you help them with that, and or tape or bottle glue, whatever you got that sticks two pieces of paper together, right? Use that together, put some glue on it, right, and stick it on your rectangle. Oop, there we go. All right, so Pete's now got a head. All right, next, I'm going to put his tail on. Pete the cat needs his little kitty cat tail, and that tail is going to go on the other side. There his rear end would be. There we go. All right, so he's got his head, he's got his tail. He needs his pointy triangle ears, right? And as you can see, all of these things are just simple shapes. The ears are just triangles, the head's just a large circle, and the tail is just a long, skinny rectangle. Put some ears on my Pete the Cat. Those go on his head. Don't be surprised if shapes get put in different spots. Like I said, they're still learning, so that's part of the process, is saying, okay, this is where that goes. This is where that goes. This is how we create a picture using our shapes. Ooh. Awesome. Your next step, if you don't have yellow paper, but you do have a yellow crayon, remember you can have them cut out these, or you can cut out these ovals and just have them color them in yellow, but these are going to be his eyeballs, his little eyeballs. All right, so put some glue on them and stick them down on his head. Pete the Cat has yellow eyeballs. There we go. And they're just ovals that I've cut out. All right, and then he has a triangle nose, and this is a white triangle nose. So if you got a white piece of paper, that works perfectly. Give it a little glue and stick that right down on his face. Yes, awesome. All right, so I also normally give them a black magic marker, is usually what I've got on hand. Sometimes it's a crayon, right? But I give them some utensil that is black to go ahead and draw 2 dots, 1 in each eyeball. 1, 2. Perfect. Next, we got to make some legs. Hold on tight. And we're back. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut out some fat little rectangles, all right? Fat little rectangles for his legs, okay? So get your glue stick or whatever you are using, glue bottle, tape, staplers, all right? To put some glue on there, however you need to put it down there, and then start putting his legs. All right, put his legs down. There we go. Put a little bit of glue and stick it down. And this is great. It normally, like I said, it helps my students kind of get used to, okay, this is where parts go to put together to make a picture, to make a kitty cat. And it's also just a good, way to get them used to some of the art materials. In particular, for some of them, it's the first time they might be using a glue stick, which is always fun. So we go over the turning the glue stick up, but not too far. And if you go too far, it'll what? Fall out. That's right. So just a little bit, just so they see a little bit of that, right? And then when they're done rolling it back down, I'm putting the cat back on so it doesn't dry out. So it's also a fun introduction to that. And don't worry if yours looks a little different than mine, or if you have to use different materials. That's totally normal. Everybody's art is going to look different. I'm just really appreciative that you're here and that you're making some art with your student, because that really does set them up for success in life. More experience that they have with creating builds confidence, and it's just an awesome way for you to teach your child and also bond a little bit. So go ahead, stick that leg down. Perfect. Okay, last thing. I cut out of white paper some boots. All right, this is really just, I drew it as a rectangle with a little triangle out the top, this side right over here, and that's all I would recommend you doing. Don't make it too complicated for yourself. If it looks a little different, that's fine. But make some white boots, 4 little white boots for your Pete the Cat. And cut them out, or cut them out together, however you choose. Right? Put some glue on it, and stick it down. It's 1 white shoe. Let's see. 2 white shoes. 3 white shoes. And 4 white shoes, right? It's okay if you put some glue on and they're all pointing backwards, or they're pointing different ways. I tend to think that that's kind of a cute little thing that tends to happen sometimes when your preschooler is doing this by themselves. But if you really want, you can really help them out with making sure that the shoes are all pointing in the same direction. All right, pointing forward. The last thing is I would say take out whatever you have to color with. That might be crayons, colored pencils, markers, whatever you're working with. And go ahead, take those out and let your preschooler color in the shoes. This is one that a student did for me that they wanted me to keep where they colored in the shoes. Awesome. So go ahead and enjoy that. It goes along with the story of the white shoes. So go ahead, color in the shoes, make them colorful and pretty. And I hope you enjoyed today's little art lesson for our preschoolers. And I hope you had some fun together. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.